One soul fights with God. He says, "My Lord, should I reveal my mind to you?" God said, "Go ahead. You will not like it." God said, "Never mind, I'm used to it." We people from time to time think thoughts of anger, hatred, envy, jealousy, and God sitting inside is noting them all. So God says, "I'm very used to all the Gobar Ganesh that the souls are keeping in their heart. What is it that you wish to say? Tell me." Now the soul spoke up. "Api garta mukhe gata shishuhu pathikena api nivaryate javat janakena patan bhavarnave na nivaryo bhavata katham vibho." The soul said, "My Lord, in the world it so happens that if a little helpless child is fallen in a ditch and a passerby happens to see the child wailing, crying helplessly, any passerby is moved to pity. They lift the child, quieten the child, feed the child, endeavor to find that little baby's parents, and if the parents are not traceable, then they deposit the child in an orphanage or the police station. But nobody is so hard-hearted that they would throw that little baby back into the ditch. Jao maro. This much of pity, my Lord, even we humans have got." God accepted. "You are very correct. Human beings do possess the virtue of compassion. If they don't, they are not human, they are demoniac. But what is it you wish to say, O soul? Why have you created this background before presenting your statement?" Now the soul expressed his intention. "My Lord, I am also your little child. I am helpless. I have fallen in this ditch of material existence. I am being kicked by the waves of Maya and tormented by anger, greed, desire. You are my all-merciful Father. You have declared Amritasya Vai Putra, and you are aware of the miseries that I am undergoing. Are you not feeling pity on me? It is within your capacity to grace me by a mere glance of your causeless grace. You can liberate me from the shackles of material bondage. Why then, my Lord, have you not graced me and endless lifetimes have passed by? And don't blame me. Oh soul, why did you not come to my door? If you had, I would have blessed you. My Lord, I am unaware of the path to your door. I am admitting I am in ignorance. But you don't have any such alibis because you are omniscient, all-knowing, sarvagya, and you possess various titles: Patita Pavana, Deenabandhu, Binu Hetu Sanehi, Akaran Karuna Varunalay. Savior of the destitutes, rescuer of the fallen, ocean of causeless grace and mercy. What mercy, my Lord! Your little child is in such doldrums and you are not blessing him. Quickly bestow your grace on me, or your good name will be tainted. The soul leveled this accusation upon God. Now God responded, "O soul, chota muh badi baat. You have accused me of being hard-hearted. I am supposed to be softer than the softest. But tell me one thing. The basis of your claim for grace was that I am your father and you are my child. My question to you is, do you actually believe that I am your father?" Simple question. You said, "Oh God, you are my father, bless me." My question is, do you actually believe that I am your father? Where do you believe? You have 2% faith. God is also my father, but I have never seen him. I have received the love of my worldly father. I have a share in his property. I will get it from him after he leaves. Out there you have attachment, and here you have none. God says, I'm waiting for you to actually accept me as your Lord. When you go to the temple, you say, Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva. Oh God, you alone are my Father. So why don't you believe that? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Tumhara hong yadi kahe ek baar. Just say once with all your heart, O Sri Krishna, you alone are mine. You alone, Tvameva. God says, look, if I bestow my grace, do you know what I will give you? No, my Lord. Listen, I'll give you my divine knowledge. Divine bliss, which will fulfill and satisfy you for the rest of eternity. I'll give you that kind of love which will satiate your heart completely. In return, what do I ask from you? Are you aware? No, my Lord. Then look, it's said in America, there are no free lunches. You want my grace in free fund? Don't you realize that you have some commitment, some obligation, something to do in return? Yes, you're right, my Lord. What is it that you are supposed to do? Do you know? I don't. Then first of all, understand what is it that God gives and what is it that God expects from you. All right, my Lord, let me hear you out today. Speak up. Now God responded with the condition for grace. In the Rig Veda he says, Todasyeva sharana amahasya. O soul, surrender to me and I will grace you. The condition for grace is sharanagati. God says, look, you have come into my world. Now, if you go to Brazil, you can't live by American or Indian rules. You have to follow the rules of Brazil. And if you go to Moscow, you have to live by the rules of Russia. Similarly, we are in God's world. We need to follow God's laws. God says, why is this revolution taking place? Again, he says in the Rig Veda, Tve tva mada indra madayam tu shushminam tu viradasam jaritre eko devatradayase. O soul, if you surrender yourself to me without any delay, I will release you from the bondage of Maya. I will cut these bonds of Trikun, Tritap, Trindosh, Panchaklesh, Panchakrosh, all these afflictions, and bestow that divine bliss upon you. There will not be a moment's delay. See, what is a moment? Even if you put the light on, it takes 1,86,000 miles, travels at the speed of 1,86,000 miles per second. So it takes a moment to reach you. God says, I won't even take that moment. You just have to surrender, and there is the grace. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat chantim nigacchati. Again he says in the Rig Veda, Udutishta swadhvarastavano devya kripa. O soul, if you want my mercy, my property, you will have to surrender.